Go ahead, Chaotic. Then Colin.
Well, I just got done doing a live stream. I did 2 today, and I saw that you had a topic with Freaknik in it. And is that okay to go back to that topic, or?
Wait, we didn't even talk about that. That was next.
Oh,
well, before we get to that, Colin, do you want to address anything? But before we say that, before we get to the Freaknik.
Yes, I would like to say that most of the points that all the men on the panel have been making is complete cap. We can never shame anyone, whether it's men or women, because our society has been completely uprooted from the way that it was 10, 20 years ago. There's no way to actually get the men that are shameless to feel that shame anymore. And there's no way to actually get the women to feel shame of any sort. Because, for instance, earlier today, there was a panel about how we are wrong for shaming big women. This is just a simple example of how this has been complete cap. Now I would love to go to the next conversation.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's watch this little clip, y'all. We gonna come to the next topic, and this is the last one, okay?
We might be in trouble. Did y'all see Hulu is about to release a documentary about 94 Freaknik? Yes, 1994 Freaknik. Yes, they are about to release a documentary. So I've been to several Freakniks. 94 was one that I attended. So I'm just praying that Jesus be a fence. I'm praying that Jesus just be a big, tall privacy fence. I will say this, like when they would bring out those video cameras and start recording, I immediately removed myself from the that situation. I never ever was okay with being recorded out there. So hopefully that worked to my benefit, but you never know. So the only thing I got is, if you see your girl in the documentary, hey man, at least I'm fully clothed. At least all my clothes is on. That's all I got.
So child.
Shame.
Go ahead. Does a woman's past matter? And you can talk about the little Freaknik thing. Go ahead, Chaotic. You first.
Well, I would first like to send out positivity to the panel, positivity to the chat, and I would just like to make a quick request. While I'm speaking, may I please not be cut off until I'm finished? If anyone has to ask me a question, please ask me afterwards. I know as Black people, it is in your DNA to not listen to fellow Blacks and cut Negroes off. But I would just like to just ask you, please, let's conduct ourselves like the beautiful white people who practice Robert.
Come on now. Come on now.
Man,
don't compare us to
I'm not gonna lie to you. Chaotic.
Already started.
Stop that.
Don't compare us to people who got the most blood on their hands.
I will go on mute. I will just go on mute till you guys are ready for me to speak.
I hope you do go on mute, because that's nonsense. Stop that nonsense, man. I hate when people do that. Don't shuck and jive on a stick, man, bro. Come on.
Don't do that,
man. Your talk and don't involve us in that nonsense, bro. Come on.
He asked not to be interrupted, y'all.
Let's
rebut.
I don't give a damn. Don't do that. I hate that. Listen, if you got a problem,
Trigger,
say your piece. You do
Trigger.
not have
now
to
you know he did that,
like that
in order to get this response. That's who he is.
Yeah. I don't mind giving him a response.
Yeah, he wanted that. He wanted that. He did that. He did that because he wanted this response, though. And then he throwing rocks and hiding his hands.
Yeah, just let
you scrub yourself with the soap. You're still black.
Turn the bass
Remember
up.
that.
Turn the bass up, True, so we can hear man in you, because you sound a little soft. You're like, well, okay.
Well, okay, everybody. I want you to sit around and I want y'all to listen to me.
He does that shit on the weekends, I guarantee you.
You gotta be quiet. No, you gotta be quiet, because I'm Chaotic Truth.
Fuck, boy.
As a man that says men should have bass,
I would like to broach the topic.
Another man's voice.
Brother, listen
how
you, motherfucker. Look at you, motherfucker, talking that shit. Dog, I can break you down too, dog. You trying to act like you about the game.
Mr. 20,
Every time you have is a sucker because you're a sucker. And that's just the truth.
Mr.
Don't get mad because I'm the
Island
guy.
Girl Q. What is going
Yeah,
on?
but no, let that motherfucker.
I'm here for your truth.
Your bitch ass up. Let that chaos.
One mic, y'all.
Thank you.
Calm down.
Thank you.
You talk to these bitch motherfuckers,
sir.
Thank you
sir.
so much.
That's an invited guest.
Thank you.
He triggered. Bro.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Be real, man.
Thank you, guys. I'm 38 years.
Let me mute.
I'm 38. I'm 38 years old. In the 90s, when I was a mere child, my older cousins, older blacks that I knew, prided themselves on going to the Freaknik. All you heard was, I'm going to the Freaknik, girl. I'm going to the Freaknik, my nigga. I was too young to even understand what the Freaknik was until I got older, when the Freaknik ceased operations. Black people for 30 years after the 94 Freaknik, all they do is reminisce about it. My fraternity brothers, who are my old heads, reminisce about it. Other older blacks reminisced about it. It was a cherished event in black culture. Smoking weed, drinking alcohol, twerking, all types of things that took place there were celebrated amongst blacks. I'm going to land the plane in a minute. Twerking has been a part of the African DNA for 50,000 years. Well, what is the evidence of this, chaotic? Well, look at the ancient Egyptians. Look at what they drew on the hieroglyphs. You can find black women in braids twerking on the hieroglyphs. I did a live stream about it. Smoking weed. A lot of blacks say that that is a part of black culture. Promiscuous sex. You hear a lot of black men talk about, I fucked this. Hey man, I'm practicing what my ancient ancestors doing, polygamy, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's fine. So now, to the older women who were alumni of the Freaknik, all of a sudden now you want to throw your cherished culture under the bus. Give me a second, sir. I'm almost done. But see, this is what I can't stand about the black community. We pick and choose. We are selective of our culture. One minute, we'll boast and brag about being criminals. You see it all the time. That's what we about, man. Give me a second, guys. Just keep it on me for a minute. Keep it on me. We will boast and brag about being tough. We will boast and brag about clothes. We will boast and brag about smoking weed. But the moment you point these things out as negative attributes, the moment that this can harm your job, you blackies will throw it under the bus conveniently. So I hope that they have 25,000 hours of video footage of what you did. See, a lot of those Negroes back in the day didn't understand that, hey, man, maybe one day they will have a global communication system, the internet. Maybe they never thought about that they would have social media. I can understand that. They didn't think that those VHS tapes would be seen at a high level. So now you got 50-year-old hags, 60-year-old hags who are now ashamed. Well, don't be ashamed of your culture now. Don't throw your culture under the bus. I'm pretty sure that there were black men like myself 30 years ago that, give me a second, who said, hey, black sister, don't go to the Freaknik. That's what hoes do. Oh, you corny, nigga. See, that's what 30 years ago what the women were doing back then. See, they would tell black men like myself, hey, sister, why don't you go to the library this spring break instead of going down to the Freaknik and smoking weed and drinking and having promiscuous sex? Who are you to judge me? Okay. Well, look at you now. You see, either we're going to be a superior cultural group like the Jays, like the Japanese, who pride themselves. Now, I'm not saying they're all perfect, but who pride themselves on intellectualism, or we're going to be a party. Can I curse over here, Mr. 2020? Can I curse over here? Either we're going to pride ourselves on intellectual pursuits, or are we going to pride ourselves on a party fucking culture that we typically pride ourselves on? I go out in public, I see Give me a second. I go out in public, Negroes, you will see Negroes randomly dancing. You will see black women at Target popping their asses, right? Tell me I'm fucking lying. But then if you say something to them, hey sister, maybe you shouldn't be doing that here. Oh, this is a part of my culture. I could do whatever I want to do. Okay. Do you? And this is gonna keep on happening while the white man is building space stations, while the Chinese are building space stations. You blackies are still gonna be doing the same goddamn thing that you've been doing for hundreds of years, shooting dice, gang banging, smoking weed all day, and twerking. Keep it the same way. Just be proud of it every generation. Don't, and I'm talking to these women that are mad now. So be proud of your culture. Don't throw your culture under the bus now. And on that note, salute to you guys. Positivity is coming to you all.
That was being brought to you by
Coughing. Can I finish, please?
Oh, I'm
Can
sorry.
I finish?
Oh, I thought you was. My bad.
Thank you, sir. I know you can't help it.
No.
Let me finish. Again, salute to you all. Positivity is coming your way. Go ahead, guys. You got the floor, guys.
So